Good morning, good evening, welcome. Welcome to the Fast Five Challenge. I'll give it a minute for people to jump in. Ooh. Who have we got? Who's happy? Me. Oh dear, good to see you all. Caroline, Anita, Eurissa, Lee, Lori, Michelle. Who else? Anne, Debbie. So many. Let me know in the comments where you're jumping on from. Where are you at? Penny, hey Penny. Good to see you all. Where are you jumping on at? Where are you at? Where are you from? Let me know in the comments and I'll tell you a quick story about my morning. It's 6 a.m. here. I got up at 5 a.m. and I'll just make sure you can all hear me too. Yes, perfect. I got up at 5 a.m. and we measure out our coffee beans before we grind them so that they're fresh. But I filled the grinder with water, so I haven't been able to make a coffee because I thought I'll try grind. I tipped the water out, dried it out, tried to grind it anyway, and it just made the loudest noise. So I'm coffee-less today. Oh dear. So let me know, where are you watching from? Where are you at? Sabina, good to see you. Ingrid, hello. Yeah. Alison, Amy, lots of you on. Hey, ladies, where are you watching from? Let me know and then we'll dive straight in. I'm not sure if I've got the right chat open. Can you chat? Give us a hello. What's happening? Who can I see? I want to see everyone. Who can see? Can you message? I think you can message. Oh, you raised your hand. Maybe there's something wrong with the messaging. I don't know what's going on. I think normal chat is off. Oh, bugger. Oh, that's disappointing. Let me see. Oh, that is so annoying. Show chat previews. Oh, sorry, ladies. Just answer yourselves, right? Answer to yourself. I'm so sorry. I'll have it on for the next one. What a shocker. All right. We will carry on though and tell me where you're from. To yourself, right? And it's good to see everyone right around the world. It sounds like the theme of my morning is carrying on. Water in my coffee grinder, no coffee, chat's not enabled. Oh, we'll make it an amazing week anyway, regardless. All right. We are in training number 1. Let's get started. So in today's session, I'll set you up for a great week ahead and I'll tell you all about what we're talking about this week as well. To make sure this is different to the other times you've dieted, because you've got to do something different to get a different result. And if you're here, it's very likely you have experienced weight loss in the past. It's 99% likely you've experienced weight loss in the past and you've not maintained it. And there's no shame here as well. We take off our cloaks of shame. It's just a fact that you're not at the weight you want to be. And we want to give you the tools and support that will help you get on your way. All right. Oh, the Q&A is working, so we can use that. So good. Emily's in Sweden. Kelly, Q&A working. Great to be here this morning. Fantastic. Thank you, Kelly. We've got some communication. Otherwise, it feels like I'm it's like I've got some communication with the outside world now. Sweden, Debbie. Sabina's in Scotland. So good to see you all. Carolyn's in Scotland. I think all my Aussie friends will be in bed still because it's 6 a.m. here. But they can catch the replay, right? Michelle's Derby, UK. Michelle Lyons is from London. So good to see you all. Awesome. All right. So who am I? I'm Linda Pereira. I started my last ever start on any weight loss journey, January 13th, 2019. At the time, I was a corporate performance coach. So I coached teams of people to perform better as a team or to their best as a team, utilizing their strengths and focusing on the positivities of the positives of the team rather than trying to get people to do things that they're not naturally good at. So I started, at the time I started my weight loss journey, that's where I was at. And I started a Facebook group and an Instagram account. And I was thinking about this last night. I started it as an alias. So I was so scared that anyone would see, anyone I knew would see what I posted. I was so scared. And I remember once I accidentally posted on my private Facebook wall thing. I don't know what you call them these days, profile. Oh my gosh. And it, like, my heart sunk into my stomach. It just felt so uncomfortable. So I know where you are. Like, I know how you feel if you're posting in that Facebook group as well. That Facebook group, the Fast 5 Challenge Facebook group, is for only members can see that group. People you know may be in that group, but just be aware of that. So I started at 85 point something kilos. I forget now. I think it was like 7 or 4. I can't remember. And got to my goal weight in October of that year. I think it was the 17th or 18th, which was 70 kilos. I'm sorry, 60 kilos. And so during my journey, people reached out asking for help. And as a coach, I started to just support people. I ran some free challenges and a free, like, 6-week, let's just do it together. I'm a coach, so I'll do some coaching with you as well. So we did that for 6 weeks along the way as well. And then more and more people were asking. And so I got certified because I knew I needed, like, formal training behind it. So I became certified as a life and weight loss coach. All right. So this week, I will be teaching you the 6 steps, and these 6 steps we pulled together earlier this year. They're the 6 steps. We were using them, but we weren't, like, specifically calling it the 6-step process and seeing them identified really clearly as well, and knowing that they were the 6 steps we keep coming back to anytime there's a problem, or every day we want to be practicing the 6 steps as well. So I'll be teaching you those 6 steps. They're the 6 steps you need for weight loss and maintenance, and they transfer to all areas of your life for whatever you want to do. You can use those 6 steps. So I'll teach you them this week. I teach you, I called it the one answer you've been searching for, because if you're like me, and I think most of you will have been, you're searching for, like, I just need to find the answer. I just need that one thing that will solve all my troubles for me, my weight loss troubles, right? So I will teach you this week the one thing that will solve your weight loss troubles when you use it and practice it, right? And then we'll look at your end goal and what you want that to be. And also, it's very likely that it needs a whole heap of, I was going to say massaging, need some finessing to help you and support you. Your goal isn't so you can say, yes, I made it, or no, I didn't. There's a whole heap more of important from your goal to really draw you towards it, to help you. You know, your goal is that life you want to live, your best life. So I'll help you create that with you. And then I'll teach you how to keep going as well. Make sure you get to your goal weight and maintain it, which is the most important thing as well. All right. So the difference, I want this time to be different for you. In the past, it's likely you had, like, when you started a weight loss journey, you had looked at what you need to eat, when you need to eat. So you might have had, like, lots of recipes, meal plans, when to eat it, what exercise you're going to do, and then how much water you're going to drink, right? Maybe some sleep in there as well. But in the past, it's likely, and let me know in the Q&A, because that's when I can see the comments. Let me know there if that's, like, you, and maybe your plan is that today you've shown up and you're like, this is how I'm going to start, right? What I know we need, and because I've coached over 2,000 tribees now, what I know we need is we need the right mindset to be able to consistently do it, right? I'm not talking like consistently perfect discipline all the time, but we need a greater time of consistency. So we need the mindset to have us keep going, to have us keep getting up. The mindset that like helps us get to our goal weight. And we need to help ourselves change the mindset, take away the mindset that has us be where we are today, or has you be where you are today, that has held you back in the past, that has tripped you over in the past. We want to shift that mindset as well. We need to be, like work on emotions as well, because they fuel us a lot, and then behaviors, right? And then this stuff fits in here. It's just 1/3 of the equation, and the equation is bigger than this as well. I've simplified it, but this time, today, this week, we'll be looking at mindset, emotions, and behavior, and making it a different time for you as well. All right. So who are you? We've got people. Amy, hi Amy, Brisbane, London, Derby, Scotland, Cyprus. Oh, hi Anne, great to see you. Yeah, coffeeless, I sure am. Sweden, we've got so many. Got lots of you on, so great to see you all as well. Women, mainly women from around the world. We might have a couple of men in here as well, but typically the type of women that join us have attempted weight loss in the past and want support with it, want new tools to try, want to make this time different. Like imagine, and I do coach one-on-one as well, and I had a client who is focusing on, like, her mindset at the moment is losing each kilo for the very last time. She's like, yep, I'm a kilo down, and that one I'll never see again, right? Like with that mindset, it's true, right? So imagine like losing the weight, whatever you lose this week, whether it's big or small, imagine that having, like, never seeing that number on the scale that you saw yesterday or today or wherever you're at, or imagine never experiencing that weight again. That's a big win versus a massive, like a big weight loss that you gain again real quick next week, right? So shift your thinking that way as well. But you're here because you are looking for support with weight loss and wanting to do it differently. Chances are you're very successful or a high achiever in other areas of your life. You're someone who gets out there and gets stuff done. You've probably carried a lot of and been responsible for a lot of people, other people, and served them and supported them and given and rarely taken. So I'm here to support you and give to you. And I want you to give yourself permission to accept support this week, to show up thinking this is all for me. If you imagine having that belief this week, like everything Lyndall does this week is personally for me. You can have that belief this week. No one's going to judge you. And it is for you. I am doing everything I do this week, all the trainings, showing up. It's my birthday on Wednesday. I'll be here on a call at 6 a.m. I'm so excited to spend it with you. I thought, what better way to spend my birthday morning than on a call? So fun. So think of it this week as me being here for you. Everything I do is for you, to help you, support you. I put a lot of thought and planning into how it's delivered as well, what I teach you when. Don't try to jump ahead. Don't feel like you're behind either. There's replays. You can always watch replays and practice the thought, I'm right where I need to be, right? It's your journey, it's your story, and it's your life, right? Be here for yourself, you for you. I love thinking about, like, when people decide to quit on themselves. It's like one of the biggest things that breaks my heart, just people giving up on themselves. It shouldn't happen. So I always think about it, it's like, don't shut your book, right? It's like you've got a life story or like different chapters. It's like you're shutting the book. Don't shut your book. Keep your book open and keep writing your story. And write the story you want to write, what life you want to have. Put that in your story. Keep your book open and keep writing your story, and lean into your power that it is your story and you get to write it. You get to put in the papers. I know there's circumstances in life that are there that can't be changed, but you can change your mindset as well, and you can change how you respond. So keep writing your story. All right, how this challenge will work. We've got community and support in the Facebook group. Over on Instagram, we'll have support in the stories. maybe some on the check, I don't even know what you call it, the feed. But the main support is in the Facebook group, because that you're having an experience of the Fast Mama Tribe this week, and our main support is in Facebook. Accountability will have daily check-ins as well. So they're posts, and you get to type in like whatever you want. I'm feeling great. I had this today, or you can check in multiple times as well. You can check in the morning and say, this is where I'm at. This is my plan for the day. Let's go. And then check in the evening. This is how I did. This is how I'm feeling, all that. So you get to do whatever you want on the check-ins. I will provide some guidance there, but those check-ins are accountability, and you'll see other people check in as well. And you will have the thought, I'm not alone, and it will make a huge difference for you. All right. And then we've got our live training calls. I will try to keep them to 30 minutes. So they're really easy to catch on replay. See how we go with this one, but from here on, most of them will be 30 minutes. Excuse me. So we want to focus on making this time different than all the other times. You've got to do it differently to get a different outcome, right? Even if you've lost weight in the past and you've gained it, we need to make it different from that time as well, right? Maybe we need to support you in maintenance. Maybe how you lost weight is amazing, and you need support in maintenance, and you will need the mindset support as well. So just committing to this week, this time being a different time. Past weight loss attempts. This is how I used to try to lose weight. I do so much research, right? I get so excited to research a new diet. That's going to be the answer. And then I would set a strict, detailed plan. All the foods I'll eat, the menu, I'll have like 7 different dinners for the week, 7 different lunches, got to make it fun. And then I'd follow it so well until Wednesday or Thursday, maybe even Friday as well. And then I'd stuff my face full of food, non-planned food. And I think that didn't work, did it? That diet was a complete failure. I was the failure, not the diet. So we need to shift this, change this, right? Things you may be thinking that might not support you to make this time different, that might not support you on this journey. I have to stay on track, right? That thought is a sneaky thought. It's not going to support you. I can't fall down. I have to make this work. I need to knuckle down. Let's go. I've got to knuckle down, right? If I want this bad enough, I should be able to do this. I'm so all or nothing. Here we go again, right? These kind of thoughts, I want you to think, just to pause for a minute and think, how do they feel for me, right? Some of them might motivate you, but it might not be a motivation that can last as well. But some of them might be borderline inspiring for you, but they're from such a negative place as well. Like, I can't fall down, right? That for me makes me feel so much pressure. I have to stay on track. I have to make this work, right? And work means like has to be 100%. I need to knuckle down. How do you feel when you hear those thoughts? What to eat and when to eat becomes all I think about. Yeah, let's change that, Karen. Jackie, good to see you, Jackie. How do you feel when you hear like, I'm so all or nothing? If I want this bad enough, I should be able to do it. I feel judgment when I hear that thought, right? From myself. I can't fall down. I feel so much pressure when I hear that thought. So some other thoughts that might support you better, might feel better for you, might be, let's focus on one day at a time, right? Focus on today, one day at a time. Just keep going. I promised myself I would, so I will, right? We've got bit by bit, I'm going to make a change. Progress, not perfection. I want this and I'm going to create this for myself. It's not just going to all happen for me, right? I'm going to create it for myself. This time is different. These thoughts feel more empowering for me anyway, and will support you more. So see just the little differences in the energy behind the mindset. I'm going to teach you this week how to shift to this kind of mindset, to a mindset that has you wanting to keep going, that gives yourself permission to like get back up and not brand yourself a failure and hopeless and useless, right? We're going to end that, or we're going to stop it, right? fear of failing makes it stressful. Yes. Yeah. And then I'd encourage you, Noelle, to look at what do you classify as failure, right? And whose rule book are you getting it from, that classification? Because we all get to write our own rule book. And I've not failed until I quit on myself. And I've not quit, and I will never quit. So I won't fail this, right? Right. Imperfect progress. So this is going to be really important for you this week to think about. Let me see if I can draw on this. There we go. I want you to be thinking this week about imperfect progress. So you expect to be doing this like 100% perfect, right? Maybe 80%, 70, like 90%, right? That's your expectations. I'll put them over here. I'm going to put 100% or 80 to 100%, right? Expectation. What I want you to know is that's not going to happen, right? That is impossible. And if you are doing that, you'll crash and burn at some point, right? So I want you to be expecting yourself to be a human being, right? Not a robot. Expect yourself. The way growth works and change works is we might learn something and practice it 20% of the time. So we might remember it. And this week might be part of that 20%, right? 20% practice. And then 80% forget to practice, right? Let's just call that stage 1. And then stage 2, we might like, oh, that's right, I want to practice that again. Okay. And then you might bump it up to 40% practice. And then 60% forget, right? So many of you will, in the past, have branded yourself a failure here. And if it wasn't here, it would be here. Well, if I'm not doing it, so I'm like, it's not working, I'm a failure. No, you have the wrong mindset, right? The mindset you have is not supporting you, right? And you're a human being, you've just forgotten to practice. So just remind yourself to practice and keep going. Then over here, oops, that's not right. This is number 3. Let's say you remember to practice 60% of the times, and then you forget practice. And then you forget 40%, right? Let's say this is 6 months down the track, and you're like, oh, I'm a complete failure. I still can't get it. I've been trying this for so long and I still can't get it. No. Oh, isn't that interesting? I forgot again. Let me start practicing again. I know this works, right? And then we get to me, right? 80. I've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years? I think so. 3 years, right? Practicing. 80% of the times I'm practicing, there's still 20% where I forget to practice, right? I forget to set myself a plan. It's like, oh, how did I forget that? Because I've been doing it for so many years. That's interesting, isn't it? I'm so stressed and I'm running around. It's like, what's going on with me? Oh, I don't have a plan today. Huh, isn't that interesting? It's not, oh my God, I'm so stressed. Oh, I haven't got a plan. I failed. That's it. Got to shut everything down. I've got to quit on myself and have to go back to eating all the foods I was eating. No, it's just, I forgot because I'm a human being, right? So I want you to give yourself permission this week to forget and then just remember again. Forget, remember. It's not, what we tend to do is when we forget, we tend to brand ourselves a failure and give up. Right? We don't just jump back to, let me just practice again because it was working. I actually was losing weight or I was at my weight and then I forgot. No, okay? So this week, practice. If you forget, practice some more, right? Forgetting looks like, oh, I've just eaten a donut and I'm meant to be like doing the Fast 5 challenge this week. Oh, well, let's go again, right? Let's keep going. Okay. So I hope that makes sense to you. What's going on here? Here we go. Do you want to save captured work? Do you want to exit? Close. No, hang on. Sorry, guys. This should work. Yes. No. Let me go back to my thing. Oh, gosh. Oh, I need a coffee. Ladies, I need a coffee. All right, let's hurry up. We're going to make this different. Imperfect progress. Perfect. Oh, I saw this last night and thought I'm going to include that. This was during lockdown, I think. He was 4 at the time. He's 6 now. He had grazed knees, such like his whole legs were grazed, and he was practicing. He was trying to master going super fast on his bike and skidding with the brakes, right? And then so I said, do you want to have a seat? Do you want to take a seat, sit down and take a break? And he said, no, Mum. If I keep going and keep practicing, I'll get better and better. And then when I'm bigger, I'll get a mountain bike, right? He's 6 now. He's a great rider and he has a mountain bike. And I think the power of mindset, the power of keeping on going, even when it's hard, getting back up. He could have said it, like told himself, that's it, you're never going to get it the first time. But he kept going and getting back up. So it's such a powerful message. Don't give up on yourself. Like be a 4-year-old, right? A 4-year-old boy trying to skid on his bike. Be that, like, have that mentality to like back yourself and support yourself and not give up on yourself. Oh, so cute. All right. So we want to focus on something really small, better than our old average, right? That's our focus for this week, is to be better, to do better than the old average, right? All you need is 1% better. 1% better each day equals 37 times greater over the course of a year. That's phenomenal. That's not just 1 times greater, right? 37 times greater. So like tiny changes this week will make a difference for you as well. Changing this week will change the outcome of this attempt. It will. So listen to the calls, like practice what you can when you can. Practice the thought, I'm not going to fail at this. I'll just keep stepping back up, right? Put your backpack on and don't turn back. I always use the analogy of like you're heading out of like this place you've been living. It's not the life you want. The life you want is down the track. It might be up the mountain or around the bay or whatever it is. It's away, like it's further ahead. You put your backpack on and you walk this pathway that's very well trodden. It's got a clear path because you've walked that many times. It's like many attempts at weight loss. If you were like me, I had many attempts at weight loss in the past. You walk this pathway, it's very, very well trodden. And at some stage you give up, and it might be where the pathway gets a bit bushier, that you give up and you turn around and come back to here. We want to make changes that has us like putting on our backpack. I'm giving you all the tools for your backpack, right? And just think of like your little key ring is a miniature me. Like, oh, you can do it. You've got this. It's hanging on their backpack. Oh, I like that analogy. You're walking, you're going to get to like ground that's not as clear as the path you are today. So just keep going through that ground. You've got all the tools you need to keep, and I'll give you all the tools to keep going until you get to the life you want to live, right? Until you get to living how you want to live. So think about like, I just got to put my backpack back on. Anytime you feel like you failed, all you need to imagine is, I just fell over, I grazed my knee, I'll get a Band-Aid for it, plaster, and I'll just step back up. Think of me there helping you up as well, and we'll carry on. We're not going to fall over, right? Eat a donut and then beat you with sticks. We're not going to send you home, right? We're not going to beat you up on the floor while you're down. We're going to have grace and compassion for ourselves. We're going to help ourselves up and imagine I'm helping you up too. Never mind. Keep going. No problem, right? I want you to have that mindset this week. All right. And then learn to forgive yourself fast. The faster you can forgive yourself, the faster you get back on track, right? So you like, it's that And this week, it might just be acknowledging and being aware of when you're beating yourself up, but we're going to shift your mindset, like to help you live with a more positive way of talking to yourself and in a more positive way that supports you to get to your goal weight as well. Give yourself fast and move forward. You don't need excuses as well, right? You don't need to ask for permission to forgive yourself. Nobody else gets to tell you, yeah, you should. Yep, that's okay. You're like, there's no one there saying, yep, you can carry on because your excuse is worthy. You've got to go back home. Sorry, your excuse is a terrible excuse. No, everyone gets to keep going. Everyone gets to carry on when they choose to give themselves permission to, regardless, right? So I want us to commit to our last start. Let me know in the comments if you're like, just put, I commit. We want it to be the last ever time for us to like start our weight loss journey. Today, Lyndall, I'm recommitting. If you are on your journey, recommit, right? It's so important to acknowledge there was a version of me in 2019 on Sunday, the 13th of January, who decided I'm ready to change. Oh, I love her so much. I thank her so much. And I'm recommitting to her decision today that she made. Oh, I want to give myself a great big hug. Every time I fall down, I will step back up, dust myself off, and carry on. I will not give up on myself. I have chosen to do this. I want this. I am worth this. And then you can write this for yourself and sign it. But let me know in the comments if you're watching, if you commit. If you're watching this on replay and there's a space to comment in the replay as well. Karen commits, Jackie commits. Come on, ladies, let's do this. Commit, commit, commit. Put your commit in the comments. I'm not afraid to like have awkward pauses until you like, can she see me? Is she talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. Get your fingers going and put your commitment in the comments. Monica, today Monica, recommit to this being my last start. Anita Nelson, commit to my last start. Yes. Noelle commits. Caroline, Sabina, I'm in, I commit. Yes. All of those hiding in the background. Step up for yourself this week. Decide to do this differently this week. All right, where am I going for time? I'm 2 minutes over. I'm gonna forgive me for this first call, right? No coffee. The call for, I shared this earlier in the week, so I just wanted to share it here again in case you're like, what do? I don't know what to eat. And you're back in old diet mentality of what do I eat, when do I eat, right? We're looking for small improvements, 1%, better than average, right? So it might just be not having the biscuits with your cup of tea in the afternoon or something, not having the wine or having 1 glass instead of 5 glasses or whatever, right? Small improvements. But if you want further guidelines, I use the call for. Fasting is key for me. 12 hours is where you start. If you are at 14 hours, 16 hours, whatever works for you, but a regular routine of giving your body time to digest the food that you've put in it and having that time of moving. Actually, your hormones move through different states when you fast and you don't add food to your body. So, and you can tap into burning fat as well. So I encourage people to be having a period of time during your day where you're not eating food. And I'd encourage you to have it for like 12 hours. To start with, minimum. Mediterranean diet and a diet that stabilizes your insulin levels, lowering those white breads and pastas and carbohydrates. I'm not saying give them up. I love bread. I bake sourdough bread. I just we want to learn how to live with them sensibly so that they don't create an overweight body, right? You need to get enough water, so have that on your plan this week. Sleep and reduce your stress levels, and then look at how much you're eating. Really quick, hot tip, an easy way, if you don't want to count calories, an easy way to do it is to pause before you eat and think, am I really hungry? Do I really need to, and then while you're eating, that's all you got to ask. Am I really hungry? Am I going to eat right now, or could I wait a bit, right? And then whilst you're eating, do I really need another bite, right? And be really interesting to see all the thoughts that come up with that and all the discomfort if you were to leave food on your plate. Well, I can coach you through that later in the week as well. All right, that's the core 4. I've included a tracker in the workbook, so use the tracker if you want. It's like fill in your daily, what you've been doing, right? There's also room for you to record your wins. So focus on that, find the positives and record your wins. Keep it simple this week. 3 things. Set yourself a plan ahead of time. So if it's Sunday where you are, just write your plan for Monday. What are you going to eat? What are you going to put on your plan, right? When are you going to fast? Like, how long are you going to fast? Have it all written down. You use your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that makes great decisions for you, with your future goals in mind, right? In the moment, it's so much emotion comes to play, and you use your primal brain, like that, the part of your brain that can't make decisions right now. It's that fight and flight part of your brain. You like in the moment, that's like strong. And you don't want to give it that power. You don't want to listen to it. So it's so important to set your plans ahead of time so you're using the right part of your brain. Practice power thoughts. I've given you a few power thoughts this week. One today. One in particular will be just better than average. It's all I need to do this week, and I'm winning. Better than average, and I'm winning. Guaranteed you'll lose some weight if you like just 1%. And we want to lose weight in the way that we can live it forever and maintain it. So like all in, if you feel inspired and you want to be all in, that's great. And I can help you move across to living a balanced, like losing weight in a balanced way. But be really careful and aware and just step back up every time you fall, but use power thoughts to support you this week, and then check in daily. Use the amazing accountability that we have within the challenge as well. All right. A note for really smart women, which is probably you, lots of you, right? This is my problem. High achievers, smart women, right? We learn this kind of stuff and we love learning it, like something new that will like can change your life. It's so fun learning it, but we forget or we don't realize that the true value in it is in the implementation and is in the practice. It's not in the perfecting it. It's just in putting it to practice, using it, right? You actually have to practice what I'm teaching you this week for it to work, right? Needed someone to tell me that quite often. No. Reminder, it doesn't need to be perfect. Just practice, learn this stuff and practice. So today, from this session, set your plan. Practice power thoughts that will serve you, support you, check in daily, okay? Make this time different to the other times that you've tried to lose weight. This was me on my last start, January 13th, 2019. Gosh, I love her so much. And I want you to get to the place where you love today's version of you. And take photos if you haven't, even just your face. Take some photos of yourself today, starting your last start or recommitting to your last start. So I'm going to help you make sure it really is the last time you ever start. So it's like a time to celebrate, because it's the last time you'll ever start a weight loss journey. Oh, so fun. Any questions? We've got the Q&A open, but I don't have the ability to see the chat, sorry. So Q&A, let me know if you have any questions. Where are we? Lori's committed, Leanne, commit, Angela, committing, Julie, awkward pause, but a hell yes. Yes, Julie, I'm Julie, committing to my last start. I would say again, but that's negative. Don't judge yourself. Big hugs, Julie. So good to see you. Woo! Last start, recommit. Right. You absolutely will lose the weight and keep it off for the rest of your life when you follow the 6 steps I'll teach you tomorrow. Absolutely guaranteed following them. And it's just like all the stuff that comes up around them, like, oh, I should give up because I've tried for so long. No, get back up. There's just one like flick we need to make in your mindset, switch, shift, that will have you advancing forward, right? So keep stepping back up, keep putting your hand up for help as well. Let's do this. All right, training number 2 tomorrow is 6 steps of weight loss. Ladies, you are amazing. Let's have an awesome day. It's Monday morning here, but for everyone in the UK and US, get some good sleep, wake up tomorrow with your plan already set and get started. Everyone in Australia and New Zealand, have your plan set. If you don't have one, just pause and spend 5 minutes writing one down. Keep it super simple. Let's make this week better than our old average week. I'm going to have an awesome week. I'm joining you all because I've been eating all weekend with my friends visiting. And I'm like, I was feeling, whoa. So I'm ready for a great week. By tomorrow afternoon, and like Wednesday's my birthday, I will feel amazing. And I'll think, what a great gift I've given myself. So let's gift ourselves some amazing feelings. You are so welcome, ladies. Have a beautiful day or a lovely night's sleep wherever you are in the world. I'm so excited to spend the week with you. We will have a very valuable week together. Take care. I'll see you all soon. Bye.